Our world has over 195 countries, all with different cultures, traditions, and societies. Each country works to better itself as well as others through governmental and economic policies. But when does the environment come into play? It's well known that pollution, resource depletion, and climate change are major issues in Earth's environment, but what are we doing about it? In this video, we will analyze the extent to which people approach helping Mother Earth and what we can do about it today.
When businesses start new projects or make decisions, dialogue and transparency are two key aspects. Corruption has hidden the true environmental impacts of certain business ventures in the past, which is why it is important now more than ever to have a platform for full debate. Having environmental impact assessments from the start of business works can improve the working conditions, as well as economic returns and environmental effects. Local populations should also be involved because they care about the future generations and will refrain from prioritizing only economic gain. Decision makers should utilize a cost-benefit analysis, and questions should be asked to ensure that the project will act as true integral development. When it comes to the environment, the burden of proof is reversed so that any project that is suggested to cause serious environmental harm is halted until it can provide definite proof otherwise. This was also stated in the Rio Declaration of 1992. This essentially means that economic gain cannot be the sole factor to consider when making such decisions. A broad consensus is not always possible to achieve, but open debate is important in working towards the common good.
In today's world, we need both politics and economics for the common good of human life. Political decisions affect economic variables and how well companies function, which create employment and wealth to humans. The environment must be protected, and we need to be more realistic in the damage caused. We can't only think about profit, we have to think about regeneration of the ecosystem so that the nature continues.
When looking at the environment and economic development, one must look at the national and local level policies. As human beings with free will, we are bound to misuse and cause harm to the environment if we are not careful. As individuals, we must create awareness about environmental issues and take responsibility for our actions. On a grander scale, individual states must be aware of their responsibility for planning, coordination, oversight, and enforcement of policies. To do this, societies must put limits on individual states and businesses, which include security, regulatory norms, timely enforcement, elimination of corruption, and appropriate intervention where risks are involved. You can not only limit bad practices of companies, but must also promote the best practices to stimulate creativity and encourage initiative. Companies' exploitation of renewable resources shows that local individuals can make a difference in the world. They can help make the world a better place for future generations. This also aids in developing a strong sense of community. For governments, they must be more concerned with long-term goals and generating processes rather than short-term goals and holding on to power. One of these processes is agriculture, where development can help to protect the land given to humans by God. In order to do this, policies, which take time to enact, must be enacted. These policies are mainly long-term goals, which make them difficult for governments to enact.
Of course, the entire world collectively experiences the ups and downs of Earth's environment. However, countries often fall short in international environmental policies. While several countries have the technology to help improve the environment of their area, many poor countries are left helpless of the situation. Even then, the more advanced countries often tend to ignore their own environmental issues as well as worldly ones. Are you aware of the problems in our environment today? We asked several Santa Margarita students what they thought about our planet's health. I'm here with Alex. Alex, how do you feel about global warming?
I mean, global warming sucks. It's pretty bad.
What do you think of global warming?
I think it's dangerous to the environment.
She flopped in. It was her fault.
What do you think of global warming? I'm here with Cameron, and the question is, what do you think we can do to help the environment?
I think everyone can reduce their ecological footprints by just using alternative energy sources.
Use metal straws because plastic straws
kill the turtles, not use as much plastic.
There are technologies that can reduce carbon emission. There are technologies that can provide clean energy at little to no cost to the environment. There's technologies that can help clean up things. There are all different kinds of real technologies that are in development right now that can be implemented to prevent our Earth from changing any more than it already has.
Great, thank you so much.